All right, let's do a quick video on broken guns, replacement parts, and stuff like that. It sounds kind of silly, but we get a lot of questions about, Mike, I've got this gun, I need this part for this gun, where do I get it at? Okay, most stores that I've seen out there now only really specialize in upgrade parts. They don't specialize in OEM or original equipment manufacturer, or basically factory replacement parts or factory repair parts. Some still do, but most don't. And sometimes even they have these repair kits, these factory repair kits, and sometimes the part you may need may not even come in that repair kit. So, I'll ask you kind of a stupid question, but let's say, for instance, let's get out of paintball for a second. Let's say you got a car, okay? Say you got a Subaru. You're driving home one day, and you get to your house and you realize your rear bumper has fallen off, okay? Where would you go and buy a bumper for a Subaru? Well, you couldn't go to Acura and get it. You can't get it from BMW. You definitely can't get it from Ford. Where would you go and get it? Car says Subaru, go to Subaru. Subaru will have the bumper for it. It's the same thing with paintball guns. If you're missing, or if you need grips for your Ego 8, okay, or you need bearings for your DM9, okay, or you need a replacement solenoid for your Dangerous Power, or you've got a MacDev and you need O-rings for the inside of it, okay, call the manufacturer, okay, call the manufacturer that your gun belongs to, okay? If you've got Bob Long gun, you need parts for your Bob Long gun, call Bob Long, okay? So a lot of people, I get the question all the time, Mike, I've got an Ego 8, the grips are kind of beat up on it, where could I get, Planet Eclipse grips for my Ego 8? Planet Eclipse, you're gonna be one of the few people, there might be some stores that have it in stock, maybe, but the most direct, non-hassle way to get replacement parts is going to be calling the manufacturer. And it also goes the same thing for repairs. Very few stores nowadays, actually specialize in gun repairs. There's a lot of liability in gun repairs, and a lot of stores don't really deal with it anymore. One of the biggest problems is a paintball player, let's say like this Alias, they go to a store, they say, this gun is broken, I need it repaired, and call me when it comes in, okay? And then all of a sudden, the store gets it repaired, where they repair it and they send it back to Bob Long, and then they can't get in touch with the customer for like a year, and they have to hold on to the gun, and then they're like, okay, well, we're gonna sell it and recoup our costs, and then 5 years later, the customer comes back in, hey, I left the Alias here in 2007 to get repaired. Did that ever get repaired? Yeah, we sold it to get our money back. Oh, no, it's a lawsuit, so most stores have gotten away from repairing paintball guns because once they accept someone else's property, what happens when they don't come back and get it? And that happens a lot, okay? And many stores will tell you the day they sell the marker off, or the day they get rid of it from inventory, is the day that the customer comes in and wants it. So a lot of stores have gotten away from repairing guns, and a lot of stores just don't have the arsenal of replacement parts that you need to go through the gun, put everything back to stock, and see if you can actually get it to run, get it to work. What if it's a tolerance issue? What if it's something that the store can't even fix? What if you need machining equipment? So most stores that I've seen don't get into the process, don't get into repairing guns anymore. Same thing. Contact the manufacturer. Most manufacturers, they've got several different divisions, several different people. They're on staff whose only job is to service existing customers and make sure that the guns are out there performing on the field. They want their guns out there on the field. They also, once guns go out of warranty, a lot of manufacturers, especially like Bob Long, they actually make a pretty decent living off of repairing older markers. A lot of people that, they pick up these old Dragons, these old ECXs, and old 2002 like Species Intimidators and stuff like that, and they send it back to them to get repaired and get upgraded and stuff like that. That's a source of income for a lot of these companies. So they've got the staff to repair your product. If you have a Dangerous Power gun, and your Dangerous Power gun is broken, ship it to Dangerous Power. They'll replace it. Bob Long gun, same thing. Planet Eclipse, die. So I've broken just about every single paintball marker, every type of brand that you can imagine. And every time I've ever had a problem with it, most of the companies that are out there, have been very helpful, very willing to help me out. And it's a no-fuss way to get it repaired, get your marker repaired. I will tell you, if you are shipping your marker back to be repaired, what I strongly recommend you do, step one, call the company, okay? So if you're about to ship your Ego or E-Tech back to Planet Eclipse, call them ahead of time and get an RMA number or an RA. It's a return authorization number. Basically what they do is they put it into the computer that a gun is coming and to be ready for it. You know, a lot of these companies, a lot of businesses get weird packages in the mail, and if they sign for them, now they owe them. You know, there's a famous case out there with like toner, you know, where you know they'll ship a company a box of toner that's maybe worth $50 and they'll send them a bill for $5,000. You signed for it, you now owe us this money, you know. So a lot of people try to scam businesses by shipping them packages and then sending them a bill afterwards. So if you don't have an RA number and there's no RA number written on the outside of the box, a lot of companies will refuse it, and it's a very smart thing to do. They'll just say send it back to the sender, you know. So call the company in advance, explain to them, you know, like say you're calling up Dye. Okay, say I've got a proto here, I can't get it to shoot, doesn't look like I can get up to velocity, I'm hearing a leak coming from the inside, or I'm hearing a leak coming from the solenoid, I don't quite know how to fix it, what do we do? They're gonna say, okay, let's get your information, they'll put your name, your address, your phone number into their computer, and they'll say, okay, here's your RA number, it's like a 5-digit or 6-digit number or whatever it is, you write it very clearly on the outside of the box, you ship it into them, and then about a week later, you know, they call you up and tell you we got your gun in, we got it repaired, and it's on our way out. Most companies right now have a very fast turnaround. Okay, the days of having to wait 3 months to get your paintball gun repaired, unless you're dealing with air gun designs, the days of you getting, you know, waiting 2 or 3 months to get your gun repaired, that it doesn't happen anymore. Most of the time, they turn it around within 2 or 3 days. I've had the same experience with Planet Eclipse, Dye, Bob Long. For the most part, they're turning guns around very, very quickly if there's a problem with it, if there's a repair. And usually in most cases, unless there's severe damage to the gun, most of the time the repair parts are going to be definitely a lot cheaper than it would be to buy a new marker. You know, usually most repairs I've seen be anywhere between $50 to $80, even for the most severely damaged guns. So same thing with, you know, cross-threaded screws. You know, say for instance you had it tightened too much and you go to back it out and you strip the screw out. Don't try to go and buy all the hardware at Home Depot and try to do it yourself. Most of the time you'll end up mauling your gun. Ship it back to the manufacturer. They have tools there. They've got millions of dollars in tools. They can repair it, stuff like that. So manufacturers are there. The paintball manufacturers are there, very friendly, and don't feel shy and don't feel stupid and don't feel intimidated about calling them. You're their customer and they want to take very good care of you, okay? And this is their chance to do it. If you're buying the, you know, their 2010 model and you have a problem with it and they show you that they can take care of you with the 2010 model, that's their chance to earn you as a customer when their 2011 model comes out or their 2012 model comes out. For a lot of paintball manufacturers, especially the major ones, taking care of their existing customers is a great marketing strategy to ensure that their customers come back and they're loyal. So give them that chance. But you know, it is an extremely common question we get. Mike, I have this type of paintball gun. Where can I get this specific paint part for it? Okay, most of the time it's going to be from the manufacturer. Now, aftermarket parts, barrels, regulators, ASAs, feed necks, you know, you're going to have to check all over the internet for that. But for OEM specific parts, like you know, 2008, 2007 Planet Eclipse Egos with the QEV valves. You're not going to be, you know, the QEV diaphragms. You're not going to find that anywhere. You got to get it from Planet Eclipse, okay? You can't get it from Dye, and you can't get it from Bob Long. You can't get it from MacDev. So, you know, there you go. They're also sometimes on older guns. If you've got, let's say, like you know, like aliases and stuff like that, you know, especially, I mean, when was aliases made? 2005? You're talking 7 years ago. So, you know, they may not have the part that you're looking for. Like, for instance, Bob Long right now trying to find LED grip panels. Those are pretty tough to find right now. They've sold through all of theirs and they haven't had them on their guns in like 5 or 6 years. So you may have to check on eBay. You may have to call up, you know, stores and see if anybody's got a pair that you need, if you need that specific type of grip. So, you know, I don't be intimidated. That's the biggest thing I want you to be. Don't be intimidated to call up the stores. And if you ship your gun in, the first thing you want to do is call and get an RMA number. And the second thing you want to do is inside of the box, put a nice, detailed, neat letter with your name, address, phone number, email address, attention tech. This is my whatever gun. I'm having problems with it leaking out of the solenoid, out of the breech, whatever. Please call me up if there's any problem, you know, any charge for repair or replacement parts. Thank you very much. Put your name down at the bottom. That's a nice note. It has all of your contact information, which is extremely important. And that way, as soon as they're done with your marker, they can call you up and ship it right back to you, and they'll tell you, okay, you know what, we fixed your gun, we found it was this problem, the repair charge is going to be $50, it's out of warranty, the gun's 3 years old, here's your $50, you know, you pay them up, here's your credit card, done, it goes right back to you. So whatever you're looking for, if you have a problem with your marker, you're looking for replacement parts, the first place I would check is with the company that built your gun. If you're looking for just aftermarket parts, call up a store. So don't be intimidated. These stores are very, the companies that are out there, the manufacturers out there are very friendly, and they're very helpful, and they want to repair your marker, and they want to get it back out there on the field, and they want to earn your business so you become a loyal customer in the future. Thanks for tuning in.